So we're gonna go in order. Um, so we have Ash, who has the rapid fire, and the other one. I think it's honestly gonna be pretty good. I think it's low end A, higher end B. We'll put her in B for right now, but it's mainly just because it's a lot of just refreshing ammo. So next, I think we have is next we have Bastions. I think it's pretty dog. I mean, he gets more health on his artillery. I think the only redeeming one he has is the turret that does like a tank mode or whatever. I think that's his only redeeming quality. The rest are E to repair yourself. Okay, like guys, come on, come on. We've done we've done this before. It was in the game. It doesn't really change much. So next, Cassidy. I think it's another one that's just it doesn't change. Like it, I think his minor perk of Fan the Hammer is good. The rest, it's like, all right. I mean, yeah, you can roll more, but like, it's what was it, 30%? Okay, like nice. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, next we have Echo. We're doing it in whatever the order it shows me, so that's just what we're doing. I think it goes damage, then it'll go support tank. But Echo, I think it's not great. It's honestly kind of bad because all it is she can target allies, which is like okay, yeah, she's going in the D tier. It's just not worth it. Can we make another tier? Yeah, so we're gonna get rid of the tiers like that and just be like because it's kind of just pointless. Like okay, yeah, she gets more time as a as her clone, or she can not target allies, or she has more time when she ults, and it's like okay, I mean, it's all right. It's just like okay, it's kind of pointless, you know. Okay, next. Okay, now we're doing Genjis. I think Genjis are actually pretty good. I think they're better than Ash's. I think his is pretty solid. I like the life steal, and I like him dealing more damage after an elimination and being able to regenerate during his deflect. I think both of those are good and able to save him. Okay, so we have a controversial pick. I think Hanzo's are great. They have a scatter arrow, and then if he hits someone with his uh, uh, regular attack, he gets 25% attack speed. I think that's actually a great change, and I think is going to be very beneficial to him. I think. Okay, so for Junkrat, I think his are great too. I think he's got now his minor perks, the one with the L shift to make it move faster, but it does less damage. Trash. I'm okay without that. You know, if you're good with Junkrat, you can kind of just avoid that. Like you should not need to do a speed. You know, I mean, I could see a couple situations, but I don't really see a reason to actually run it. And the steel trap, throwing it a little bit farther. Okay, like I mean, well, a great bit. Wait, I got to do it like the major Overwatch streamers. Oh my god, this is insane. But no, his minors or whatever. But the TikTok I think is actually good with the making his concussive mines blow up faster. The other one, it's good. They shoot faster or they like travel faster, which should be good because then it's easier for him to hit people with. So I think that'll be good. It's a good change or good perk thing. I think Maze are actually really good. I think hers are better than Junkrat's. I don't think she's better than Hanzo though, but I think her changes are good with the cryo freeze and her left click or well left trigger, her second like fire type slowing enemies, and she can get a farther range on her primary. I think that's very good. Good. Okay, so now we're on to Pharah. I think it's just whatever. I mean, I know Pharah players, you might hate it, but I think her pull in is really good, right? But her minors are just like nothing, and then the other one is just based on fuel, which I think is just dumb. There's nothing else really to put about it. It's just kind of dumb because I don't like all it does is make her more annoying. Like I mean, maybe a bit better, but I think the fuel thing just makes her more annoying. I think the pull in will be really good because that gives her like some CC that like usually would be reserved for like tanks and like tank ultimates. So I think that's really good. And then to be able to move, actually, we'll move her up one. We'll move her up one. She, actually, I think she'll. Yeah, actually, I'll say I'm wrong. I think she's actually gonna be better. Oh, she might. Cause I'm thinking about it. I'm like that pull in with being able to dash while alting, making it harder for people to hit you. Yeah, she almost beats. I kind of want her above Genji. So controversial take. Yeah, she was in whatever, and then I'm like, well, actually, her ult with that should be pretty good. So we'll move her. We'll move her there. It's B tier, but I think Reapers are actually going to be pretty good. I think. I don't know how good this dire trigger thing he has going is gonna be, because if it's really good, then that's just what it is. You know what I mean? Like it'll go up to like great, but if it's kind of ass, then it's gonna be just whatever. So I'm gonna be honest. Sojourns, I'm not a fan of where she at. I can't. There she is. I think it's kind of pointless. I, I I mean they're good, right? They're good. They get the job done. But like I think her only good one is the one where that like what is it called? Hold on. Her disruptor shot can actually travel with people, but other than that, I think like moving lateral, okay. Like some of this stuff is just more movement. And it's just like it's just gonna be annoying. I already know I'm Tracers is gonna be crazy. Soldier. So we have Soldier 76, and where are we putting him? He's gonna go above Bastion. I think it's just because his sprint and reload. It's like okay, cool, but it's more just annoying to play against. And I know his stim pack is gonna be his stim pack. How impactful that's gonna be can move him up more. I don't think it'll pull him down too much because right now it's just whatever. Like it'll probably be good, but like okay. It's like because some of these people, it's like like Hanzo for example. Oh, he gains attack speed every attack. Like Soldier 76 gains attack speed, but he has to have his biotic field up. I think that's what it's called. But he has to have that up, or he doesn't have it. So now we're on to Sombra. I think actually it's great. I think it's better than actually both of these, because I think for her as a character, the throwing the translocator at critical health will initiate your passive heal, so you'll start healing like a lot of health off that. Or her other one where your virus is immediately refreshed, I think, or the cooldown's reduced every elimination, so that'll be pretty good. And you can really up your damage with that. And then her one kind of sucks, but the other one is good where the silence is increased by 100%. So let's say if it's 2 seconds, now it's 4, which is kind of crazy, even though it's like a smaller radius. So I'll take that all day. It's whatever. All right, so now we have Symmetra, and kind of pointless. I'm sorry. I think it's just what are we doing? I think they're just okay. I don't know. I think they didn't really. She gains range. I think that's okay. I think it's pretty good, but like, it's only like if she has 100 range and she gets 15, now it's 115. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like not that much range you get, and even if it's if she has 200 range, now she gets 230. Okay, so she gets a little range, which like it's good. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like it's nothing like anybody above her. You know what I mean? Where they actually like have something really cool to her kit or anything like that. Oh, she gets 20. What is it? 20 shield every when she's near her teleporter. Okay, just destroy the teleporter. And there's so many people that probably like. I think Widow actually 2 shots a teleporter, maybe 3 if I remember. But like still, it's like okay, just destroy that, and then that's useless. Whereas like they could have made it where always be at level 2 in your gun's like transformation. You're always at level 2. So then it's like, oh, you have increased damage, or you know what I mean. But you lose like 15% range. Like I would pick that over the one we have now. Okay, we're on to Torbjorn, and I think it's at the lowest end of this mainly because it focuses all around his overload. So once his overload's on cooldown, then it's like then all his perks are off. Like that's kind of the theme is like they don't make it up unless it's something like if it's just attached to one ability, right? Because like now all of his perks, because like okay, oh you can throw his turret on a wall. Okay, I don't know. It just is like it seems gimmicky. You know what I mean? It's like okay, they'll just shoot it in the new area. You know what I mean? Like the people I play against and stuff. It's like if I put a turret down, they're gonna destroy this thing instantly. It doesn't matter if it's on the ceiling or not. It might trick them for like one kill, but it's not gonna like be this crazy thing like oh my goodness, he's got a turret on the ceiling. It's like okay, shoot the ceiling then. Like it's gonna be kind of different for how they aim, but I don't. Now the overload is why it's so high because the overload is pretty good with him refilling his ammo because then you can go down to zero ammo, overload, you get full ammo again, and then you're able to have a level 3 turret somewhere at the same time. Tracer, I think they're just whatever. It's more so just annoying because then she now has she has the 3 blinks to start with, then she recalls, then she has another 3 blinks if she goes that route, or she gets 50, like the 50 overhealth is kind of just I mean, yeah, it'll like shock you if you go to like kill her or whatever. You're like, oh, she's low, and then she recalls, and now she's instead of being 50 health, she's 100 health, which is like it's okay. That's why it's going in whatever. I'm not a big fan, but it's whatever. I don't like Tracer in general because I'm just like, I don't know. She just seems so like just not my favorite, not my playstyle. Venture, where's she at? There she is. Or they, there they are. I think it's actually pretty good. I think it's better than Torbjorn's. Yeah, because the one that's going to really impact is the range increase, because that 25% range. Now, yes, I did say for Symmetra that it's not that much, but that's because she has to charge it up, and usually they're not going to give you just free charge. I might have to move it down because I don't know. I don't. Well, actually, the passives were good. The passives for Symmetra were garbage, so we'll keep it this way. All right, we see you. We see you, Venture. No, we'll put Venture over Soldier 76. All right, this is the first one. Not a fan. Sorry, Widow. I don't think. I think. Oh, it's great that it charges 50% faster, but that's only when you're in alt. So, which yeah, you alt a lot, but I think that is probably the only redeeming thing about yours, because the other is your mine, which okay, you put 2 mines down. Jolly, or you can grapple more. Garbage. I'm not a fan. I don't want Spider-Man. You know what I mean? I think it's fine. I think that's the first one that deserves that. So now we're on to tanks. So here's Doomfist. I think Doomfist is great. I think it's better than. Yeah, I think right there's pretty good. I think his is just very strong, very solid, and I think it's good for his character. I like some of these. It's just like here's one thing that they do, and we're gonna make it better, you know. Whereas Doom's is like overall stuff. Like oh, on elims he also gains health and he can get 50% more from his passive, or oh if he hits a fist like punch he reloads all his ammo, which I think is great. So. Ooh. I think hers are actually pretty good. I think Diva. So now we're on to Diva. Here we are, Diva. I think she's gonna go great. I actually really like hers. I think it's pretty solid because you have her minor perk. It's okay. 50% on her bunny stomp and 50% radius on her alt from non-mech to mech form, and then her other one where you get 75 overhealth. I think that's a good change. For perk wise, I think that's fine. Alright, so now we're on to Hazard or Freak. Kind of pointless. I mean, no. I think it's better than Tracer's. I think it's actually better than. Yeah, it's going to be at the top of this. I think his is actually pretty good. But it does center kind of around his Violent Leap, because there's 2 for that, which are, I think they're actually pretty good. And I think, actually, No, I think I'll move him up because I think the Violet Leap going up actually, and then he might have lifesteal in his thing. I think that actually might be pretty good. Yeah, yeah. No, we'll put him in. We'll put him above Torb. Yeah, above Ash too. Yeah, yeah. I think that's a good spot for him because actually I think it is kind of good. I thought the Spike lifesteal was his was a different move, but I think I think it's good. All right, I think this is the first one in this tier. Junker Queen. I think it's S tier.
That's big.
I think that one's really gonna be kind of strong, where she can have longer wounds on people. She can basically full heal. I think it's gonna be pretty. Actually, not pretty. I think it's gonna be very strong, and it's probably gonna get tuned down. And I think Malga's is gonna be up here too. I think that his is a little strong with that 2 people on objective. And then also, I think his critical strikes over healing, I think is going to be like very strong. Because then he has an extra 100 health. And he's already at like, what, 725? So he's at 825. And then he's life stealing on top of that. Yeah, he's going to be pretty good. So. Okay, Orisa. I think she's actually great. I think, no, I think Diva goes above these guys. And Orisa goes right below Diva. Because, so Orisa's, her shield thing, whatever, okay. I don't care. Her main one is the heat dissipator, where it refunds 25% heat on critical hits, so headshots, right? Whereas, if you're playing Orisa, majority of the time you should be getting like a good amount of headshots, and then that just makes it where you have more ammo. You know what I mean? So you have 25% more ammo basically. Where like it's I think it's just a solid. That one's very solid, and then she the full on javelin, dude, spearing a whole team would be crazy. So, which I definitely see that happening. So, I think that's actually pretty good. Okay. Not too happy about this. Whatever. His basic attack is why it's in whatever, because that increases his damage, which is pretty good. But his other ones, I think, are just kind of whatever. I'm not a big old fan of them, so. I think Rhines are better than these. Mainly just in the fact of his fire strike healing him, or healing his shield, I think is gonna be pretty crazy, pretty cray. Yeah, and then his other one with the shield bash stunning is kind of whatever. I think it'll be okay. It'll be more annoying. But I like the one where it converts the damage dealt to 50% over health. I think that'll be pretty good because that does a F ton of damage. So. I think Roadhogs is going to be S tier as well. I think it's not the Pigpen throw or the movement speed, but the one where it heals allies around him because he heals like a ton. And then the other one is his hook gives him 2 ammo. So you're guaranteed to get shots off. You don't know how many times I've shot once, hooked someone, and then I had to reload because I didn't think about it. Which is my fault, but then now it's like, oh, I get ammo back, so it doesn't matter. And I hate to do it to my boy, but Sigma, kind of pointless. It's cool. Yeah, you can have a 3-second knockdown. Whoa! Dude, you could see the rock coming. You could see it on its way. There's no like, oh shit, he threw the rock. And then you count 3 seconds, and then it hits you, and then you're stunned for 3 seconds. You know what I mean? Like, you had time to get out of the way. And then his other ones, levitate and all that. It's like, you have to hit someone. You have to hit 5 spheres before you can do it. And I don't even know how far it's going to knock you away. And then the other one's just flying. Okay. It's a tank. You're just going to fly up like Pharah, and then everybody just shoots you down. So, whatever. I don't see that one really being too good. Winston's, I think they're just whatever. They're just the healing shield is cool, but it's okay. I'm not like, and then the other one is, and I think screen froze. So, oh no, just my mouse disconnected. Lol. But yeah, it's just whatever. So. Hammond players, Wrecking Ball players, rejoice. I think it's actually all right. We see you. I think or B tier. I think his pile driver doing more damage. I think is really good. I think him being able to give more health to allies is pretty good. I think him doing 100% more damage to tanks is crazy. But I think otherwise it's pretty good. Zarya, instant, best one I've seen. I don't know who greenlit this, but that's just crazy. So her minor is better than like 90% of the majors that people have. 30% max health if they get caught in it, and it's easy to get caught in that thing. It's not hard. So your 150 health tracer now has what? What's 30% of that? Fucking 30, 15, 45. So she's 105 health, and then if Zarya's over 50 on her energy beam, it pierces. Okay, dude, she's almost always over 50%. I don't know what we're talking about. Like if you're a good Zarya, you're over 50%, like guaranteed the whole match. Like your average should be like 50%. So you just gain piercing, which is fucking awesome. Anna's, it's whatever. I think it's better than majority of these, but I think it's whatever. Ramacha's better than, I think his are better than, yeah. Actually, Cassie's is better than Bastion's. The Winston's are right next to that, so yeah. But no, Anna's, okay, the sleep thing's annoying. You know what I mean? You already sleep for like 2 seconds, now you're slowed for another 2. It's like, okay, you're just annoying me. And then her majors are, you now can crit, or that's, I mean, I know Ana players are like, what are you talking about? This is great. But it's like, okay, and she can nano herself. All right, like they're good. Don't get me wrong, but they're just like exactly where they're at. Whatever. I think Baptiste. I think his are actually. I think they're all right. I think he has an extra 300 healing on his one. He has some other. I think his air dash thing is kind of crap, because it's just like more movement. I didn't need more movement. But if they don't put a cooldown on it, it's gonna be OP, because with Baptiste you can just crouch and then jump immediately, and you still would use your exo boots technically. So he's gonna be just super mobile, which is actually kind of nice. But I wish his other one was not what it is, because he gets more attack speed and stuff. Briggs and Brigitte. I think they're better than Tracer, and I think they're better than Bastion, but they're not great. They're not crazy. I think they're just okay at best. Laries. I think it's just right next to Baptiste. I think it's good. I think it's just not the best thing I've ever seen. Now Juno's, after what I said about Ana, people aren't going to like it, but I think it's better than Ashe. I think because her gun, I like it a lot more than Ana's gun, and I think Juno's being able to crit is going to be more impactful than Ana's. Also, I like the healing thing. It's 35% faster on allies, so now you can shoot it off faster. I think that's actually a really good ability anyway. Whereas Ana's like grenade will just bounce again. It's like, I don't know. That's not something I like too much. I think Kiriko's are up here. I think it's gonna be insane because they made damage Kiriko actually viable as a healer, because now every hit, they're not hard to hit, and you're going to heal twice to the allies. So you can throw your heals, then while they're resetting, you can throw your kunais and get 2 heals off. Because wait, I think you get 5 kunais. So then that gives you, 10 healing things, which is like almost 2 of your right trigger. Lifeweaver? Oh, dude, I don't even know. I think it's up here because his life cycle thing is actually really good. Because of him dying, he's still able to heal a bit. Like if he dies on point, there's a 250 health going on in point. And I think that's actually be really good. Also, I think his detonating, I think, is great because he already has good damage as it is. So letting it detonate will be crazy. I'm not a fan of Lucio's. It's all on amp it up, which is cool, but it's, in my opinion, it's okay. In my opinion, I don't like Lucio because there's just wall riding, all that, and I just think it's kind of pointless because it's all based around that amp it up, and I just don't think it's gonna be I don't think it's gonna be too impactful. Mercy's here too. Actually, I'm putting Mercy down here. I think it's like the redeeming one is the secondary going to other people, but otherwise I think they're just kind of garbage. All right, last 2. Moira, garbage. I think with the one has a chance of being really good, her major, but other than that, I mean, I can maybe move it up to kind of pointless, but I think the rest are just so terrible that let's just move on. Another one that's just garbage. I don't think Zen's has really too much redeeming qualities. The duality's pretty good. Well, it might be okay, but I don't think it'll be more than that. So, all right, everybody, this is just the list that I was working on. Pretty much final rankings for the most part. I think some of these are just there's a lot in the middle of the row. There's a couple. I think Zarya's, there's no shot. Let's see, Kiriko. Actually, I think that's good. Actually, Roadhogs can go above everybody else's, because I think Zarya's is just way overpowered than they realize. Roadhogs is gonna be very, very good. Junker Queen, I think, is actually at the bottom of this. I think hers is good, but I don't think it's like theirs, because Mauga's, it's just gonna be, there's some parts of it that are very annoying. Actually, I think Kiriko's better than Mauga's, because Kiriko has that amount of healing is going to be insane. So I think that the rest of them are pretty set where they're at. I think Hanzo might be able to move up, but otherwise I think this is the final look. So hope you guys enjoyed and have a good day.